Hello everyone, here we are today talking to Liz Agostini, the Group Portfolio Director for Mash Media. Hello Liz, how are you?
Hello Neil, I'm really well.
How's it going? You know, just a couple of weeks ago now until Confex. Things must be crazy.
Oh my God, yes. I mean, it's the, it is the, I've just climbed on the white knuckle ride, taken my seat and fastened my seatbelt, and I'm getting ready for takeoff.
You're in that stage now where it's just like a beast and there's just a million trillion things to do. Just tell me what I need to do, put it in front of me and I'll deal with it.
Yeah.
I know that feeling as an event manager. So this is obviously your third year now back at Excel. How's that been? You know, what's it been like? You enjoyed the move?
Yeah, I mean, we're loving it. So it's been absolutely brilliant. Excel are fantastic to work with. And you know, through the I don't want to dwell on the miserable times that we're through now, but through that period, they have been phenomenal in supporting us, moving us and moving us again. And they've been absolutely brilliant. The team there is unbelievable.
Yeah, they are. I agree. They're fantastic people. It's a great venue to work at as well. And
yeah,
you know, from a kind of purely logistical point of view, it's fantastic, isn't it? It's really, really good.
Yeah, really good, really good.
So obviously it's only been 6 months since the 2021 show. That's been quite the ride, I guess, getting everything ready and sold and, you know, ready for everybody to come back in again.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I kind of underestimated that. And, you know, I mean, I know that I'm by a long chalk, we're not alone in that. And talking to my fellow event planners, including those in the same space, I think we've all kind of gone, oh, here we go again. That's quick. And you just have to compress 12 months work into, well, 5 effectively by the time you get back to it.
And one thing I've noticed is, you know, you haven't missed one. You were 2020, 2021, you're here in 2022, back to normal again. We're going.
I know, and we won't be missing one. We'll be having it in my back garden if all else fails.
So anyway, tell us what's new this year at Confex. You know, how's it going? Any new developments we should know about?
Yeah, so we always like to have something new going on. I think this year, what we've been able to do is kind of follow up on things that we've started and push those through to more meaningful activation. So, for example, we've got visitors who arrive at Confex will be met by the People and Culture Hub. And that's been run for us by Diversity Ally, but it's basically a whole group gathering point for all of the bodies within the industry who campaign and come up with guidelines and help us towards being a more diverse industry and more diverse and inclusive companies. So we've got people on there like obviously Diversity Ally themselves, but we've got Women in Exhibitions are also on there, Event Well. There are 13 partners. So you won't be able to miss them because they will leap on you as soon as you arrive at the show. And then we're doing they'll also, hopefully they'll put a little card in your hand, a little old-fashioned stamper card, because we're doing the diversity trail again.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that because we put a post about that in our news section. Yeah, I saw that. Looks really good.
Yeah, so we have gone old school and very sustainable on it, because you'll get your little stamper card, and then as you walk around the show, you'll see those stands who are part of the diversity trail, and they'll give you a nice stamp on your card. And we will then, for everybody who collects 6 stamps on their card, we will give £20 to the Reach Scholarship, which we're supporting again. I'll try that again. Reach Scholarship, sorry, put my teeth back in, which we're supporting again this year, as we did in 21. So that's, I guess it's not new, but it's a kind of an extrapolation of what we did before. We're doing the sustainability, we're obviously taking very seriously, as we should. And so day 1 on the keynote theatre is the sustainability programme. And for anyone who wants to come and throw rotten tomatoes at me, I'm taking part in a so-called roast to talk about yeah, I know, to talk about how sustainable Confex is, and I think that it's important, you know. It's one thing being theoretical, But another thing, understanding how we can keep improving.
And what an audience to have in front of you. These are the people who can, sway the client and make these decisions, and also the corporate people who are there. It's the perfect audience, isn't it?
Completely. And I think that we've taken a number of measures to be more sustainable and make Confex and all the shows more sustainable. I hope nobody's offended by the fact that there isn't as much carpet around as there used to be, for example, but we can all do so much more. And it's just about making choices. It's about making the right choices. And sometimes as an event planner, you don't know what you don't know. So you don't know the choices that you could be making because you don't know what's available. So I'm being a proper real life case study.
No, it's nice to see our industry moving in the right direction with regards to sustainability, because it's traditionally been like, just we'll have everything, just as long as it looks good. That's always been the kind of client view. So it's really good to be thinking forward about that. I think it's excellent. So how is tell us about the educational program. We've got an exciting speakers lined up this year.
They're all exciting, obviously. We've concentrated, we haven't got our usual, we haven't got a celebrity fix this year, but we've got very much important opinions from within the industry. So as part of the sustainability program, we've got Sean Hines speaking about the research that Manchester Central have been conducting with us. On day 2, we've got Rick Stainton talking about One Industry, One Voice, and how with a number of other key stakeholders, and talking about how that's following through what the evolution of One Industry, One Voice will be. We've got some great speakers, both the association events forum, which ABCO are running. James Latham, again, doing his legacy piece and talking about obviously the very big question of economic impact, social impact of events, and doing a workshop on that. So actually anybody who's interested in that, regardless of whether you're an association or a corporate, should go along and attend, because it's it'll be a good workshop.
It sounds really good, Liz. And I think what happens at when you go to a trade show, you look at the program and then you find yourself, I'll watch that, and then you sit there and you're glued. That happens to me every time. I think, I'll just pop here for a minute, and I end up staying like for the whole session. So I think
that's the idea.
That's the idea. My advice would be for people, check out what's going on and book these into your diary, and don't miss them, because they are really good. I mean, we were speaking on one of the stages last year, and we really enjoyed it. We had a nice crowd. It was fantastic. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm going to try and catch as many of them as I can.
And the tech theatre is obviously well, it'll probably take your daughter with her maths and physics A levels to understand a lot of the conversations. There's some phenomenal tech, and the conversations going on around the metaverse, what the metaverse is, what it means, how that is going to undoubtedly impact everything that we're doing in a couple of years' time.
We've got somebody talking about the metaverse next week on the show, on one of our live shows. So it's something that's a really hot topic. I'm looking forward to that. So how is registration going, Liz? Obviously, a couple of weeks to go. It's worth pointing out, the show is on the 8th and 9th of March, and it's at XL London. You just need to go to the Confex website and you can register for your tickets. Easy.
Thank you very much. Registration's looking great, and it's actually looking it's looking different. It is quite. I'm quite anal about digging through the registration and seeing just who is signing up and that kind of thing. And it's different from last year in that there's a very strong in-house corporate quotient to it. And I think that was obviously last year. I think a lot of the corporates just weren't wanting their people out and about. The exhibition organisers are a bunch of stalwarts who'll turn up anywhere. So, but thank you. I appreciate it. But the corporates obviously a bit more tricky. And actually this year it's really exciting. It's exciting to see these corporate event teams coming as a team, and also the shapes that their teams are now, which is also quite different in that, you know, that there are dedicated personnel to virtual and digital events.
Yeah, you were saying the job titles are totally different this year. You know,
Yeah,
there's a lot of new ones.
Yeah. So so no, that's really interesting. And you know, signing up for programs, signing up for activities that we're doing at the show, because as usual, we like to run, you know, kind of 30 events within one event. So just to keep us on our toes. So, you know, there are various bits and pieces happening at the end of day one, on the show floor, throughout the 2 days. So so yeah, Reg is looking very good.
Oh, no, we're really looking forward to it. So we're going to be there. We're on stand D50C. We've got a big stand with about 14 stand partners. It's massive. So come and see us, guys. We've got a cocktail bar as well. It's always a good thing to have, isn't it? Oh, I know you'll be there, Liz.
Oh God, I'm front of the queue.
Having a cheeky one. So all right, Liz, well, thank you for that. I really appreciate catching up with us. And you know, we're still running the Show Up campaign. You know, we're encouraging everybody to show up at all the shows. I tag Liz into every time I post it up somewhere. She's probably sick of me. But, you know, if we don't get out there and support the shows, guys, and support the people who are exhibiting, you know, and get our industry rolling again. I mean, it's rolling really good now, but, you know, we need to keep pushing and keep attending all these shows because they're brilliant as well. I mean, you have such a good time. You learn so much. What's not to love, Liz?
Absolutely. No excuses.
No excuses. Hashtag no excuses.
Yeah.
All right, Liz. Thanks a lot.
Thank you very much. Cheers, Neil.
Cheers.
Bye.
Bye now.
Oh God, don't make me do that again.
I did.